if the glove didn't fit.
All right. You see Tom Brady the other day?
Mm-mm.
They were making fun of him. For some reason, he had one glove on, one glove off. Like the OJ?
Michael Jackson?
He's a weirdo. He's
You
great.
You remember when he kissed his kid that time?
Remember when he kissed Robert Kraft on the 50?
No, on the 50.
I don't know if it was on the 50, but he made out with him, basically.
Welcome to the Top Shelf Grumbling Podcast with Dan the Don Walls. This episode is brought to you by our sponsors, Lawn Hub for all your lawn care needs, Price Cutter, the best meat in town, Hale State, Russell Motors, go see Austin, he's got what you need, Butcher Block Restaurant, voted Best Biscuit and Best Breakfast 2025. Available wherever you get your podcasts, coming to you from the Wilder Fitness Studio. Presenting a Where You Media production, this is Top Shelf Grumbling. All right, guys, we're back here with the Top Shelf Grumbling podcast. We're here for our Fiesta Bowl preview show, among some other things. We're going to talk a few other things, but that's going to be our main talking point tonight as well, too. I do got a call-in number. Don, you want to give us that number in case somebody wants to call in and give us their piece of their mind?
Yeah, or text then, either one.
Text as well, too.
850-450-1577 is the number to call in.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit about a little bit of everything tonight.
Man, we should probably just start with not burying the lead whatsoever. Portal Pete is in the building, folks. Not so much has he's gone out and got some defensive players, but retention, I believe, is the word of the day. He has done some amazing retention.
Lane Kiffin weeps.
Yeah. Man, he's going to have a hard time with the press conference.
Do have a couple of announcements first. The kill of the week.
Kill of the week. All right, guys. Every week we're going to do a kill of the week. This is deer, not anything else.
What about ducks? The ducks?
Well, when deer season's over, we're going to kind of do a little, like even fishing, like catch of the week, kill of the week, squirrels, could be anything.
A little outdoor section.
Whatever's in season.
Well, I had a guy that told me he was going to send in a goose.
Hey. That's all right.
Julo said he was going to send a goose.
Could be kill of the week.
Send it in.
It was an 18-year-old banded speckled belly.
Well, we can do it. Send it in, Gilo.
Yeah. Up to this point, it's only been deer, but we'll take all of your trophies.
Might not win, but
Hey,
if you need to go catch all this portal stuff, go over to David Johnson's new website.
Ole Miss 365. Yeah,
we're going to be on there. We're not on there yet, technically, but. We got a bunch of podcasts coming out. I think he's put a couple out, literally about 3 out of the. He said he's got 10 or 12. He can't put them all out at once.
No, you wouldn't get nobody to listen.
And we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good, but we're not exactly the headliner.
Man, thanks for the views on the last one, man. They jumped up, almost 60% on YouTube. And,
we're going to be the headliner. We just got to get that.
We appreciate the Facebook comments and stuff when we go live on Facebook.
But as far as recruiting stuff, David Johnson I always thought was by far the best. It's not just me just kissing up because he's gonna gave us a platform, but
no, but he does. He's one of the ones that will work.
Go to the camps and all that stuff too. You couldn't pay me enough to do stuff like it.
No, he covers all the women's sports.
Still a relationship guy.
Yep. It still matters in some stuff.
Absolutely.
And he's a tough son of a.
Yeah, I don't know how he's still here. But,
absolutely.
But we got a lot to talk about, like the portal.
Yeah, man. We had at least 4 today. Maybe
counting the ones we retained.
Way more than that with retention, but
they're just.
We go through. Princewell just came in about 5 minutes ago.
It's running here. Pretty. Well, the minutes, probably some other stuff. Would you say you heard the Deuce Night, which we already that's not very surprising.
Yeah, that was like the worst kept secret.
Yeah.
Pete Neckos has reported that, Ole Miss is the team to beat, that he expects him to end up in Oxford.
Yeah.
Which is great because, he redshirted. He'll be a freshman 1 year to learn behind Trinidad if he gets his waiver.
And he can either play 2 years or one and done it because he took us to another natty.
Deuce Knight's a big dude, too. He's like 6'5", 230 and runs a sub 4.4. He's a...
You can do a lot. Got a lot of tools.
Alex Golish is a moron.
Well, he had a pretty high. We could have got him out of high school. He had a pretty high price tag.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is good about that. We're not overpaying for high school players. Hey, go get your payday, and when you want to get serious about ball, come back.
Yeah, I like it. I like that plan.
Absolutely. We have
worked so far.
We got Jaheim Otis finally third time around.
Yeah,
third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm.
His price tag was speaking of somebody's price tag that was just too high the first go around.
It was like $2 million when he went to
He
Colorado.
didn't play much out. I don't know what's up with that, but
money year, he'll play.
Yeah.
It's like a Walter Nolan.
I was going to say, this is his time to go make the NFL money, for sure.
Our defense ought to be nasty next year. We got a bunch of these guys already coming back on the defensive line.
Could you imagine this year if we just had a nasty, like last year's defense?
We're finna have one next year, I believe. I swear.
We just got to hope the offense is,
which
I have faith in John David
football.
Baker.
Yeah, complimentary football.
I don't want to be stuck like the Oklahoma and Auburn, this year, which they were hell on defense.
Yeah.
And they just can't move the ball.
The other kid from Florida as well, too, the Burrow.
Absolutely. We were trying to figure out how to pronounce his name, but he's a beast.
Full-fledged starter for them, too.
And he's like 6'6", 6'7".
6'5", 350 is what I saw. That's mass moves ass, as they say. Mass moves ass. Kirby Smart will tell you that.
NFL's heating up. Going to be a good playoffs this year. A lot of times the NFL has up and down years to me. I counted a while ago, out of the 12 teams that make the playoffs, like 6 or 8 teams have a legit shot of winning the whole thing. Maybe more than that.
I live bet last night. I live bet right after the Steelers scored. I live bet for the Ravens to win.
Yeah.
And I knew I had it. And then he misses it by, 15 yards?
Oh, it was.
I mean, was the wind just that bad?
Close,
or was
it was a banana?
I didn't watch it last night. I forgot about it.
Which it was a fluke to get down there anyway. It was like 4th and 10, and Lamar threw a 30-yard ball that I don't know how the receiver called it, but and then they went down there and then they ran it to the middle of the field and took down and then.
Did y'all see Lamar Jackson's interview after that? He basically was like kind of still in shock. Guys kind of feel like we won it because I did everything basically that I was supposed to do. and then he missed the kick. It was kind of awkward the way he said it. He's still wearing
He'll be out of there.
His headpiece or whatever that he always wears. It looks weird.
Shiesty?
Yeah, a little shiesty on his head while he was
kind of
talking
speaking of gambling a little bit, I figured out how to a prop bet. I just bet the passing yards.
Yeah.
Over or under based off the other team's defense.
Did you say you just learned how to do that?
Just learned.
No, I learned that's way easier than betting the darn games.
Yeah.
The actual spread.
I hadn't prop bet in a while, but can you still bet on the margin of victory?
Yeah, you can do
0 to 2 or 3 to 5.
6 to 12 or whatever.
I had good luck on that early on.
I've seen all of it, but I never really have done anything with that.
I mean, this is just a guess.
I put 5 future bets in, win total bets, and the only one that I lost was the darn Falcons. I had under 7.5 wins. They hit 8. Them somehow beating the Rams last week is what did it. But
their head coach got fired, didn't
I picked the Packers and the Bills to be in the Super Bowl for the year started. I feel still got a chance of happening, but.
I mean, playoff Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's the Rams. They've been the best team all year. You got the Rams, the Bills, the 49ers, the Eagles, Patriots, and Texans. They all have a good enough defense to win it. Those 6 teams.
I want Josh Allen to win one so bad.
He's gonna get his. He's gonna get a couple.
I wanted him
or
Lamar to win it. And Lamar, there's no chance. Really
no Patrick Mahomes this year.
Yeah.
That's
refreshing. Out of the way. That's for
Thank
sure.
God.
But I don't want to get too much into the NFL because we're in the Fiesta Bowl, folks.
Yeah, absolutely.
13-1, right?
Toddy.
Well, 13 is 13, right?
Yeah,
13 wins.
Could be 14.
In
could be
one
15.
season. I remember
Could
a
be
stretch.
13.
I remember a stretch of Houston Nutt, Ed Orgeron. We didn't win 13 games combined for both of their tenures. Combined.
What was Hootie's last year? We all went 2-10,
2-10.
and 4-8, 2-10.
Yeah, 4-8, 2-10. Yeah.
6 wins in 2 years.
Oh, the doldrums. The doldrums.
I mean,
I hate to pile on, but we were talking about this the other day. Watching Mississippi State fans squirm right now it's almost feel sorry for them.
I almost do too. Really. I mean,
God rest her soul. My stepmother Susan would just be absolutely feeling so sorry for them at this moment right now.
I just feel bad.
Yeah, you sit there and you watch them on Twitter, like, yeah, well, maybe we should. What record number of the folks around us have become Ole Miss fans in the past couple of years. And that usually doesn't happen in the South.
Well, speaking about Mississippi State, they really counting on us to lose against Georgia.
Yeah.
But After that didn't happen.
I don't feel sorry for this smug bastard.
Anyway, we're in the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
Glendale, Arizona on Thursday at 6:30.
One more
Is that
thing
what time it is? 6:30?
Yeah, one more thing about Mississippi State. I am happy that Kamario Taylor didn't tear everything in his leg.
Absolutely.
Everybody, I never really did see the play, but everybody said it was like they couldn't believe it.
He's got some kind of weird.
They said he was barely even limping after the game too.
Dude, his leg literally went
the other direction.
I mean, it was terrible. I thought it was.
It went sideways, like he's steering it. Then the leg, looked like a flamingo. So it was not good.
Thankful he's okay.
Glad he was good. You got the Rebels going up against Miami, probably the best line of scrimmage on both sides. The Rebels are going to play this year.
Let's go.
That's been kind of the marching orders we've seen from everybody in the national media is that here comes Mark Fletcher, here comes an offensive line, and then here comes Reuben Bain and Mesidor, not to mention Lightfoot as well too, which they're a tough defense. We're a completely different offense, I think, than they played outside of. I keep hearing Marcel Reed and A&M, which is not the same offense whatsoever.
No,
Marcel Reed's not the same as Trinidad Chambliss. First of all, second of all,
they have a good offense. A&M has a good offense, but it's not the same.
But it's not the same offense.
They're small and fast. We're not very small.
Well, and Marcel Reed holds the ball for 4.5 seconds, and we don't do that. We get the ball out, extension of the run game, quick passes, free release, all that good stuff. I think it's going to be a better game than I think some national folks are because everybody, like I said, when they saw where Ole Miss played Georgia, a lot of folks were like, oh my gosh, where did this team come from? It's like, well, they've been doing this the whole year. They went to Oklahoma and did it. They went to Georgia and put them on their toes. We didn't have a whole lot of other competition, and we played down to some. But man, when the game was on the line and had to get the butts down, I mean, they did it.
I mean, the national media all year when Ole Miss went and beat LSU. Well, LSU ain't that good. Okay.
Yeah, well, LSU's not that good.
We go and we beat Oklahoma and Norman.
Well,
John Mateer, he wasn't.
He's hurt.
They always made an excuse of we never won a game.
Yeah.
Whoever we're playing lost the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we just went to New Orleans and head to head beat Georgia's ass.
And how many times do you hear people say, well, they played the first time, but Georgia's gotten way better.
Way better,
yeah.
Way better.
What about us? Even Nick Saban.
What about us?
Midget, you know what said. Can I say midget?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
they like little people. Little people. I think that's what they like. Don't cancel us. But yeah, I mean, Georgia is good. Yeah, and you could see Georgia got a lot better. Ole Miss got a lot better. I was in the camp of Ole Miss lost the game in Athens.
Yeah.
Ole Miss should have won that game.
And that was, I would say, a little bit of that. And also, Gunnar Stockton played really well in the fourth quarter. And Georgia,
Trinidad didn't.
And Trinidad didn't. Yeah, I think that quarterback play was the difference in both fourth quarters. I mean, you saw where they had a chance. I don't know why they went for the fourth down, but that was a dumb play that cost them a touchdown. That was backbreaking for them. But they still had a chance to go down there. And Gunnar Stockton missed the guy, and like I said, could have run the ball, run the clock down, gone to overtime. But I think Kirby was scared of Chambliss. I think he was. So they decided.
Rightfully so.
They were all worried about it. We started seeing all game for 50 minutes of the game.
Yeah,
they let them play.
Yeah,
and then the last 10 minutes of we started getting flag happy. We started throwing flags.
Up with the ref. He was smiling, that shit-eating grin on his face every time.
I hate all
pass interference on the defense.
He's so happy about that. He's so happy.
He was so calm and weirdly collected, like he had some kind of mushroom or something.
I worked with a Georgia fan, and I told him I said that very first pass interference when he's running a fade route, and Kapina Gushkin kind of put I wouldn't necessarily say he ran.
He got some bad,
but he grabbed him by the face mask, and I was like, why? How is that? And he was like, I mean, he's all up in his face. What do you want him to do? I don't give a damn what he's doing.
To give you the right.
You grab the face mask. He's like, you can't go up and catch the ball. I'm like, oh, so you can grab a face mask and catch it?
It was we got
bad call.
My estimation, counting bad calls and no calls, we had at least 5. I would say terrible calls against us.
Next thing, we also got a few no calls on some.
We did
some iffy holds.
There was some holds,
but they were letting them play on the line of scrimmage because they didn't get a lot of holds either. Sometimes we got tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we did. Several.
But they didn't call that.
I don't know what conference them refs were from.
Yeah,
Mountain West.
We'll talk about Miami a little bit. I was talking to Belushi our pregame talk about our pod, and what I was hearing from everyone is that all game long, Trinidad Chambliss was running outside of the pocket and making these heroic throws down the field, these big chunk plays. That happened 3 times in one drive in the fourth quarter. The rest of the game, he had a nice clean pocket, and he threw the ball from there and hit his receivers. He didn't need that much time. He needed 1.5, 2 seconds to get the ball out. But yes, he is good at all those things. I think that's where we might get him, is that he's good throwing it from the pocket. He's good escaping from the pocket. If he needs to run, he can, but he doesn't. He goes out and creates. But that was not the entire game against Georgia.
He only played 3 snaps. What I heard.
The play that he threw, that's all I heard was those 3 plays.
That's all I heard.
The one that he threw to Strib at the end of the game, that was a 3-step drop, and he let go of the ball. He didn't run out and go throw that ball down the field.
Our offensive line versus their defensive line, to me, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I have a good feeling about this game for some. I just think we're going to score more than they do.
Yeah.
I just think.
Which I don't know what that says about us. I mean, because you had bad feelings the first 2 games. We won.
No, I didn't either. I had a pretty good feeling about Georgia.
We said that before the game. We both said,
now, T-Lane, I really was worried.
Calm. I said, I'm weirdly calm before this game.
Do y'all remember the play? I guess it might have been a 3rd down, but they snapped the ball to Chambliss, and it was way wide.
Yeah.
And he just catches up. And that was like, I looked at my wife, and I said, that is the best deep ball I have seen him throw. It was like he just grabbed it and couldn't think.
I think it's Trey Wallace on the
he just grabbed it and threw. I think when he don't think and sit back there and try to aim it and just lets it rip, he's so accurate. He's so
instinctual, man. I'm telling you,
his pocket awareness is it's the best.
And I said this last week too, and I'll say it again. He's 23 years old. He looks like he's 18, but he makes decisions like a 23-year-old. Excuse me.
What about you think Chambliss is going to get his waiver?
I do.
I saw something today, and I don't know if this was just an actual Tom Mars quote or somebody was like joking around, but Tom Mars said, "I always have a backup plan."
Yeah.
And to me, I think when they put the report out that Chambliss was going to sign with Ole Miss if he got the waiver, at the bottom of that it said his dad was confident that it was either going to get done or the appeal process was.
We've said this 100 times. You know, they everybody's been saying we feel a lot better about the appeal process.
But they said today that today when Ole Miss said, "Hey, we're going to sign him," they put a number out there that is tangible that says, hey, now this guy might be losing this money because somebody has actually signed him. You could have argued, hey, nobody's actually offered you any money right now. But
right.
So they think that strengthened the
he
case
knew what he was going to get, on the open market.
Yeah, but I'm saying now it gives them to the NCAA, it's now a tangible offer that they
had heard.
They were withholding.
Oh, right, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Withholding from him if he doesn't get to play.
I heard Tom Mars had said that they had got a physician involved.
Yeah.
About what his basis is off of having mono.
Yeah, he had a respiratory
tonsillitis.
It was a whole bunch of things to do with that, and then they got a physician involved that says, "Hey, no, I do have to There's several times that I've had to clear people to play."
Yeah.
So it is documented. Trinidad said that he's well documented everything and all that, and like I said, I feel like they'll deny. Actually, I kind of feel like they've already denied it. And I think that's why that's why Tom Mars came in.
Yeah,
and I
don't think they denied it because you can't ask Trinidad Chambliss if you've heard anything, and he says no, I haven't heard anything. Unless he just means I haven't heard anything from Tom Mars, which maybe that's what he's saying. But
that's just like a coach asking, "Well, did you know he was getting paid?" No, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I was just telling.
I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
Don't tell me. I want plausible deniability.
Y'all want to make a prediction, a score prediction on our game?
I pretty much called our score on the last game. I said 38-35 or something like that.
You said 34-28.
Just 34-28?
Yeah.
I thought I said more higher score than you. I can't remember.
I amended mine to a little lower. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all are going to agree with mine. I think it's going to be 30, 35, 24, 21.
Miami?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the Miami will be in the 20s. I don't see. Look, I've seen Carson Beck is very capable of lighting you up. I just don't think. correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, he's not a bad quarterback now, but he's capable. You put a little pressure on him, I think we might have something.
Let me tell you this: you hit him like we hit Gunnar Stockton those 2 times. He's gone. He's out. He ain't gonna play.
Yeah,
he'll go sit his little butt on the bench.
Like 28-21 or something like that. A closer game.
I'm thinking like 38-17. I think we're going to beat. I think we're going to beat.
That's what I was thinking at first, but I was like, I feel like they'll score probably 3 touchdowns at least.
And the only thing that scares me is if they do get the running game going and slow the game down, and we don't get but 3 possessions in the first half, which is possible if they just can run the ball all day long. But I don't know. We'll find a way. I mean,
well, if you'll notice against Georgia, we played a lot more man coverage.
Yeah,
because we finally got Antonio Kite. Yeah. And Jalen Braxton's finally healthy.
Well, Antonio Kite was not healthy either.
No, neither one. So they're both healthy. I think we can stack the box. If you'll notice, we played some zone first half against Georgia. They were getting 6-7 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Georgia, when they can run the ball, they can control everything.
Yeah.
We decided, hey, Gunner, you have to beat us with your arm. Yeah. We stacked the box. They come out in the third quarter and rush for 13 yards.
Pete always makes, not 9 times out of 10, knock on wood, he always makes good second half adjustments.
He's not a very good schemer, like script. First half all game, if we can just make it to halftime, down a score or tied, I have confidence that Pete will come out and make the second half adjustments. He's the best second half.
I just got a text from Buck, big Bama fan, and Buck, Bama's at home. Why are you texting in this show?
Yeah,
you're beat. The dynasty's over in tea time.
It is over.
Oh, it's been over. But yeah, I don't think Miami. I listened to Greg McElroy, and he said that when he said Miami's averaging 5 yards after contact, they're running back.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss is averaging 1.5 yards before contact on defense. He was like, so if I add that up, that's 7.5, 8 yards. So they're going to rush for what, 8 yards on a. Okay, first of all, that stat is really skewed.
It's also stats. Yeah,
I know
those are averages. Those things don't happen every time.
They got beat by Louisville and SMU.
I watched that Louisville game because I had a bet on that game. Louisville was like plus 14. I was like, Louisville's not a bad team. No. This is when Miami was not playing good.
Yeah, you got early in the season too.
Look, Miami's defensive line defense is legit. If we go over and turn the ball over and can't protect Trinidad, then it might be a long night for us. But I just don't see that happening.
No, I don't. And I said like 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe longer than that, I told a buddy of mine, I said, Miami reminds me of last year's Ole Miss team.
Yeah.
Once we get hit in the mouth, we kind of would roll over a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, this year's team's a lot different.
We don't have to contend with Carson Beck being a running threat like Gunnar Stockton. I mean, he's not going to pull and run like that, and he can escape, and he'll get some tough third down.
But he's going to slide. He ain't going to run through you.
Yeah, but like you said, you hit him in the mouth a couple times. I think that changes a lot of stuff.
Yep, sure does.
Because look at what we did to him last year. Now our defense is not as good as it was last year. We're capable of putting a little pressure on him. I think we will.
I think we're more gritty this year.
Now, Miami can run the football too, but I just think at the end of the day, our offense is going to be too much for them to overcome.
I also heard a stat today too of that Miami's defense is actually really, really bad on that first contact. Like they give up a lot of yak, even though they're good. They're not good tacklers. So they have to gang tackle a lot. So if we get folks in space and you're having to beat one person or beat 2 guys, I think we got to.
So their defensive line, it's better than Georgia's.
Oh gosh, okay, absolutely.
But the secondary, your back end is not even on the same. Like not even in the same.
Other than what's
stratosphere.
They got that one guy, Keontae Scott.
Yeah,
they got Keontae Scott, but
they're not. Georgia across the board in the secondary is a heck of a lot better.
Yeah.
And look, we in Trinidad threw for what, 362?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I think I'm not saying that we're going to run them out of the stadium.
I am saying that, and I'm kind of worried because I never have as good of a feeling about it. I just don't.
We're beat.
As long as we go over and don't turn the ball over seriously a bunch of times, I just don't see they can't score with us. I don't think.
The only issue I do have with that is that I feel like both teams this week are playing with house money. The way that Miami got in, the way that we got in.
And I will say this too now, A&M.
Hashtag respect off.
A&M, those two. Yeah, we have been having a respect off on Twitter, but those they have beaten some talented rosters this year: Notre Dame, A&M, Ohio State. So we know. Yeah,
you got to be ready for. I mean, it's obvious they made it here. They're obviously a great football team.
But
I just don't think it's over like everybody's saying.
Miami. I mean, Julian Sayin was seeing ghost out there. Trinidad isn't going to see ghost.
No.
He's going to be even killed.
He was
You're not
throwing
be
balls up. You went back and watched that tape. He was just absolutely chunking balls. When he had one-on-one, the single high safety and this guy over here, and he snaps it. He's got 3 guys in his face already, and he's throwing a prayer up over there. It's not a well-thrown, platform, throw. You talking about Brooks Austin earlier. Love you, Brooks. Good stuff, man.
He does good stuff.
But he said nobody gets to their throwing platform faster than Trinidad Tamlis does. Mm-hmm. When he gets the ball to getting ready to throw on that back foot, nobody does it better than he does.
I think there's going to be I think you're going to see a lot of screens, little hitch routes from Stribling, a lot of crossers from Trey Wallace. I think it's going to be a lot of intermediate
Their
throws.
secondary is not ready for our receivers. I guarantee
We're going to score points. We're going to score points. Only thing is, can we slow their run game down? We slow their run game down, I think it's a recipe for a pretty comfortable win.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, we've talked about this too. We're going to this football season's finally going to be over one of these days. Hopefully it keeps going for a little bit longer. One more game at least, 2 more wins, one more game. We're going to talk about baseball and basketball. Of course, basketball's
Nebraska volleyball.
Yeah. Okay.
I know I got a lot of good intel on Nebraska volleyball. I do. I watch it. Hey, they're good.
Heard that. You'll have to do a segment on
y'all have
Nebraskan volleyball.
I will.
Do y'all have anything else to add?
We talk about Oregon and Indiana.
Yeah, we need to talk about. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet though. You can see I got it wrote down.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting the Yankee anymore. He's killed me 4 times, 5 times this year. Every time I bet against him.
I want him to win. I want to beat him.
Yeah.
I want to beat him too.
I want West to beat him.
This is a rematch game. These teams, Indiana already beat them at Illinois. At Oregon. At Oregon.
Is this the one that they scored on that touchdown in the back of the end zone, or was that?
No, that was Penn State.
Penn State. Okay.
Yeah.
This game was like a 7 to 10 point game, but it was one of those games like Indiana was in control the whole time, basically.
Yeah.
And it was at Oregon. I think Indiana wins this one big.
Yeah, I'm also on that train as well too. They're like you said, they're a wagon. They've been one all year long. They got some crazy athletes on that their tight end that was just absolutely mossed that kid in the Alabama game. That was, and that running back they got too, man. He was just all over the place. We got another shark.
Yeah, we got another shark tweet.
Well, hold on,
4 minutes ago.
Pete is just blowing it up.
God, folks, what's going on?
I'm going to Oregon.
All right.
I don't know why. I don't know, dude. I have felt like Oregon's gonna. I feel like they're getting a little too big for the britches.
Indiana?
Yeah.
No,
that's all right.
I've been thinking that.
You just beat Alabama 38 to.
They beat the stuffings out of.
I don't know. I wouldn't. It's not going to surprise me if Indiana wins, but something just tells me that Oregon's gonna pull it off.
Yeah.
But what are you saying? We got another shark.
Got another shark 4 minutes ago.
We should have known Lane Kiffin was a smuck whenever he struck out in slow pitch softball. You know it. We should have known that. That was the beginning of the end.
Look, I've played a lot of. I'm not wasn't ever the best baseball player anyway, but I played a lot of slow pitch softball. Very, very, very inebriated, and I've never struck out.
No, you can't. And what was Pete doing? Pete was dropping bombs.
Absolutely.
So
I'm not going to say anything. I'm saying my last piece about Lane Kiffin. I really do think that the success he had at Ole Miss was largely to do with the infrastructure that was set up by Keith Carter, the coaches that he was smart enough to put around him.
He always hires some good assistants, and I think he's going to do that too at LSU.
I think that was the best thing that came out of this was that it rehabbed his image for the time. So he could just coach football, and I think he liked that a lot, where he could just coach football. And then he got complacent. He couldn't sit still. But that's all I'm giving him. I'm sorry, but after that, you're a shit human being.
He's a great offensive mind.
Yeah, and that stops there.
You know.
Who's that?
It's just Kevin Otis. It just was
that Joe Higgins'
crystal
brother?
ball to. Oh no, he was a freshman at
Any key to
Arkansas.
Joey?
He's 6'1", 285. I mean, he's still.
I knew we were talking about some guy that was from Arkansas a couple of days ago.
6'1", 285. You guys got anything for tonight?
Well, that's probably keep your phones handy. There's probably going to be some more sharks and whatnot. Told you that.
A lot more
That could have been Kewan Lacey. By the way, we hadn't talked about that really. Supposedly that's a done deal. He's back.
So apparently,
I think he didn't want to
Pete
jinx it.
Shark. Pete Shark
Yeah.
is a new player, and a Pete Shark with a period is supposed to be a retention. I don't know what it is.
Well, we hadn't deciphered that yet.
we have. I've also heard this that Twitter doesn't allow you to tweet two exact tweets right after each other without there being some kind of difference. So I'm pretty sure he just put a period in there so he can tweet it.
But Elon Musk will let somebody's head being cut off be put on there. But we
Apparently
can't.
so.
But we can't. Okay.
All right, anything else?
I really don't have anything else, guys.
Well, thank you guys for listening. Go to Ole Miss 365 and go check out the website. Our podcast will be up there shortly. We're trying to trickle some stuff out here, get some folks up there and take a look at it. Any kind of Ole Miss news, from women's basketball all the way to
volleyball, for real, every sport,
basketball.
every day.
Every sport, every single day, 365 days.
Nothing
a year.
gets left uncovered.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all listening.
Howdy, go to hell LSU.
This has been a Where You Media production. You can find us anywhere you get your podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave us a comment. What's your sentiment?